Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Monday, this 3rd of June. So, looking at the euro dollar first then, and well, it's once again pushed up a little bit further Friday, put in a bullish pivot swing, but we've seen bearish ones, bullish ones, and it's just literally running in this pretty much downward channel at the moment. For now, though, it's run into its monthly pivot there, done a bit of reversal off of that. If you look at the different time frames, lower time frames, 240, 200, it's run into. Looks like it could continue to that downside there at the moment. These stock markets are largely off apparently through the Asian session, and well, it does look like it could continue to the downside here. The daily pivot's just a short while below. That in itself may provide a bit of a bounce. I mean, it certainly has potential for some support around that area with the previous high there. The pivot itself, the 34 moving average sitting there, so maybe we'll see a bounce. I think I'd sit out and wait for that one. The pound, let's have a look at the pound. Pound I preferred most of last week. We did get a decent short off it. It did completely reverse though on Friday there and ended up on a positive day. It has got its monthly pivot, weekly pivot. I think it may have just nibbled at there. Has got the monthly, it has got the weekly, that's fine. Has got the monthly pivot above, which may be a draw if we did see any rallies, but personally I've been selling into most rallies on this and may look for opportunities to sell in a short while. I'm just waiting to see how this runs. If it pushes back up into that 200, it'd be quite nice. I'm just sitting here patiently waiting to see how it shapes up this morning. Has still got the daily pivot below, which again could be a draw, so we'll wait and see on that one. But as I said, my preference on the pound at the moment is still to sell. Dollar yen's had quite a solid old move there on Friday. This morning a little bit of a movement, not much. On the dailies there, the 4 hours, well, again, it's one of those that's pretty healthy to sell into. Any retracements on it, or its pairs, it can be traded, of course. It's certainly been the stronger for most of the times than some of these pairs. I'll do a full update, of course, for the big picture videos later in today, but I'm just short of its 60-minute 21 there. Would like to see the daily pivot, weekly pivots hit, maybe even the monthly pivot hit as possibility. So may stay out of that until we see at least a bit of a better retracement. Would like to see that 108.83 area being hit. Okay, Aussie dollar. The Aussie breathed a sigh of relief on the news that Trump has decided against tariffs on Australia at the moment. It's well, daily wise, trying to push up through that daily 200, struggled on Friday, then pulled off a bit, but maybe it's got potential to pitch up a little bit. I would be looking at the bigger time frame moving averages to sell into at the moment. It's still, to me, signs of weakness there, but fundamentally, but technically, let's not go against what it's doing until it gives us a bit of reversal into a decent retrace. Now it might, I'm looking at a 60-minute chart here, may start rolling off here, but I'd prefer to see more of a confirmed breakdown. It's right on the trend line there at the moment, or pretty much close to it. It's a possibility. There's not a lot of points in it generally, although maybe on this time frame there may be enough to see it coming back to those prior lows at some point, but maybe a holder. That's the Aussie. Canadian dollar. So I'm very pessimistic against a lot of currencies. I would be pessimistic against the US dollar at the moment, but everything else is rolling a little bit, and the money seems to be going towards bonds and the US dollar. Canadian dollar then, looking at the big picture here, well, it's looking like it's trying to work its way and continue this bigger trend that's going on the weeklies and the dailies here, really. High lows, high highs still running through this. It really hasn't put in anything to the other side there now, already into its weekly pivot. Maybe if it starts rallying it will push up further, although Would like to have seen it come down, get its monthly pivot ticked out of the way, and maybe a buy off of that. But for now, I will avoid the Canadian dollar as well. So there's not a lot for me to be trading here at the moment. I'll be sitting there patiently waiting to see what happens with the euro, and more so the pound. E-minis, well, they sold off on Friday. Eventually had a half decent rally. At one stage, I'm just pushing here, half decent rally into it, but carried on selling off through the 200 there. But it doesn't even show the rally on here. The rally was so slim, actually. There we go. Little half decent, I said. Not great. What's it look like for now? Well, it has got weekly, daily, monthly pivots all sitting above it. Would like to have seen some sort of move back towards maybe even just a daily pivot here. Got a gap over the weekend there as well. I should wait and see what happens when the market opens later, I think, on the S&Ps, but there may be opportunities. I'm still a seller of the S&Ps at the moment, and I'll explain more of that in the big picture video later as well. So overall, I think it's a bit of a waiting game this morning. As I say, I think there may be some opportunities on the pound and euro, but I would like to see a bit more movement on them just to confirm it. The euro may be, as I say, bouncing from where it is, as could be the pound. So yeah, the daily pivot is below, but we'll see. They may just want to bounce a little bit further, in which case I may be patient and wait for the pound to set up for a sell. Have a great day, and I'll be back in the morning, and of course watch out later for the big picture video. Bye for now.